Hey guys, John Cannon here. Hope I can bring value to you for the next 2 or 3 minutes as we're together today. Thank you so much for checking out this video. I have a question I want to ask you. How many of you are parents of teenage drivers? And yes, we know that whenever we have teenage drivers, our insurance premiums go out the roof. Well, I want to try to help you today on bringing down those insurance premiums with teenage drivers. I'm going to share 5 or 6 tips with you that can help you save money with your teenage driver by placing them on your family insurance plan. So stay tuned for these 5 or 6 tips that I promise you can help you save some money with your teenage drivers. Okay, let's get started. Let's look at those 5 or 6 areas that I'm going to mention today that can help you save a few dollars on your insurance premiums when it comes to insuring those teenage drivers. Now, I know you're probably like I was at the time. I raised 2 children. They're both young adults now. They're out of the teenage years. But I know whenever they became teenagers, that 15, 16 years old, they're taking their driver's ed test and they're going out and doing their driving. I'm taking them around the block and trying to give them Dad's point of view on how they are to drive their car. I was excited about the fact that now, me being a chauffeur, that was coming to an end. They would now be able to drive themselves to different ball games and practices and different things they were involved in with school, and I wouldn't have to shuttle everybody around. Although looking back now with my kids now out of school, one married, one at the University of Illinois, I do miss those days of shuttling and transporting the kids. But however, I was excited the fact that now they could drive themselves. But as I was equally excited about them driving, I was also equally concerned about the fact that my insurance premiums were probably going to double or triple. I had no idea where they were going to go. Well, let me share with you several tips that can help you bring down those insurance premiums with your teenage drivers, okay? So here we go. Number 1 thing I want to share with you is simply this. Let the insurer track your driving. Now, what I mean by that, there's a little device that they will put under the steering column or under the dashboard or plug it into your car, and it's a telematics. And what it does, it lets them know how fast you're accelerating, how fast you're braking, or type of driving that you're doing. I know Allstate provides this, and several other insurance carriers provide this. And once they evaluate your driving habits, then they can help and bring down your insurance premiums if you just simply allow them to put that device on your car. So that's one way. I know a lot of folks aren't a fan of that, but that's one way and one thing that you can do to help bring down those insurance premiums. And it monitors whether you're starting at a fast pace or you're starting slowly, or you're braking at a very fast pace or you're braking slowly. And so as they monitor that, it can save you a few dollars on your insurance premium. So that's something you may want to look at, simply letting the insurer track your driving. Option number 2 is simply this. Make sure you're getting the good student discount along with all the other discounts that you can get on an auto policy. Now, most insurance carriers will ask for your records of your students' grades, and I believe to qualify, they're going to have to be at a B average or higher. So an A/B student can get a discount on their insurance premiums. So parents, check into that. Motivate those kids to get good grades at school. It will save you some money on your insurance premiums, okay? Number 3 way simply is this. Tell the insurer when your child is off at college or away from their car. Now, most insurance companies, the child has to be away from their automobile. I think it's around 100 miles or so that they're away off to college. It can't be the community college right next door. But if they're away off at school and the car's at home and they're not driving, then that can help lower your insurance premiums for that semester or for that time period. So be sure to talk with your insurance agent and let them know, hey, Johnny, Susie, whatever the case may be, they're off at college. And yeah, they're more than 100 miles away from home. They're not going to be driving their car. And that can help lower your insurance premiums as well. Another thing that you can do is simply this. Buy used cars. Do not go out when your child turns 15 or 16 years old, unless you have bukus of money, and buy a brand new car. That's really going to drive your insurance premiums up. So put them in a used car. As a matter of fact, keep the old cars that you have and let them drive around in those old cars. And a lot of times it's cheaper on your insurance premiums if you just insure those older cars instead of going out and buying a new car with the older ones that you're doing. Just let them drive the old cars. So putting them in an older car, yes, a safe car. I'm not saying put them in an unsafe vehicle, but you don't have to go out and buy them brand new vehicles. So keep those older cars that you have and let your teenage driver drive some of the older vehicles in the house. And then there's one other piece of advice that I would simply give you regarding your own liability insurance. And here it is. You need more. Yeah, mom and dad, you need more liability insurance. Why? Because now everything that you've worked hard for, your home, your furniture, everything that you have now is at risk with that teenage driver if someone were to sue you and come back on you for everything that you have. So bump up your insurance coverage while you have this teenage driver, because odds are that they're going to get in some type of an accident. I was reading something the other day that said whenever a married couple brings on a teenage driver, that their insurance premiums are going to peak somewhere up around 79% or so. Now there's going to be some lower and some higher, but somewhere around 79% or so it's going to increase whenever you bring on that teenage driver. If you have a teenage son, boys are more expensive to insure than girls are. As a matter of fact, there's been a nationwide study simply showing that boys are going to increase your insurance premium by almost 92% versus females, girls, at 67%. So we've got to come up with some solutions to help lower our insurance premiums whenever we have these teenage drivers. One other thing I would encourage you to do is look into some legal protection for you and your family. Now, Legal Shield is a wonderful company that provides legal protection for the entire family for less than $20 a month. It's well worth you, mom and dad, to have this protection for your family, because in the Legal Shield membership plan for a family, your children are covered up to age 26. And then if you have a teenage driver that's out there driving and speeding and getting a speeding ticket, then you have an attorney. There's an app on your phone. You can send the ticket straight to the attorney, and the attorney is going to do everything in their power to get this ticket taken care of and keep it off your child's record, which at the end of the day is going to keep your insurance premiums at a low. So check out the links below. Go to johnlcannon.com. There I have a free resource for you, and there you'll have everything that I've mentioned in a PDF doc. You can download it for free. You'll have all these different tips that are there with links for all these different things that I've mentioned. Also, on my blog at johnlcannon.com, there you'll be able to get information about Legal Shield, and some other valuable resources are there for you to be able to purchase for yourself to help keep down these insurance premiums. Okay? So I hope this has brought value to you today. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Be sure to check back in at johnlcannon.com for great resources that you can use in all of life. God bless you, and have a great day.